Friends, hello, welcome back. Everyone's having a lovely day. Guess who is this guy? We didn't get to finish the sentence because I think you clicked on a video. Might have been lost. You know, I just got a feeling you was searching through the Twitter sphere. Somehow you ended up on YouTube, and then somehow you was like, you know what? I wonder how cats are doing today if they were skating on the ice, and then somehow you ended up here. I'm sorry that happened, but anyway, we're doing the trade difficulty discrepancies for NHL 25. We're talking easy, we're talking medium, we are talking hard. How much more difficult, how much more does it take to trade for a player on hard difficulty compared to medium to compared to easy? Now, in years past, we have seen where the trade value bar will kind of change a little bit. This year, not so much. We went from hard, medium, easy. Trade meter has stayed about the same. So we're going to see exactly what it takes to complete a trade in this game, just as far as players are concerned. Really, we could trade for draft picks if we wanted to, but we're going to go, we'll find a decent player somewhere in the mid-tiers range. I want to see somebody that's kind of at the same trade value would be the best thing to do with a first-round draft pick. Devin Tate, there's no movement clause. Robertson, you know what, let's do Robertson. We'll see what it takes for the Blue Jackets right now. Not even close. 1 first for Robertson straight up isn't going to happen. We'd obviously have to have a second first-round draft pick if we get past the Blue Jackets' other 14 picks this year. 2 first-round picks for Jake Robertson is not going to go through. We're really close on a meter, and I think this is where we're going to see the difference is where it's going to cut. Why the thing is so small? We'll go for a fourth, or 2 firsts and a fourth. Trade is still rejected. We'll add on, again, keeping things tight. We'll add on a third. 2 firsts and a third. That trade's going to get rejected. We'll add on a fourth. I don't know if we're even getting close right now. 2 thirds, 2 firsts, a third, and a fourth. Trade still rejected. We will, again, tinker it up as slow as possible. We're on the highest trade difficulty right now. We are giving a little bit more value than we're receiving, but right now, that is not enough. So 2 fourths and potentially a second from the Columbus Blue Jackets might get the job done. Mind you, they're not too interested in these players. It is not going to get the job done. We will try a 2 first, a second, a third, and a fourth. So 2 first, second, third, fourth for Robertson. That trade is not going to go through. So we will go ahead and drop the second, upgrade that bad boy to a third. Now we're talking 2 firsts, a second, 2 thirds for Robertson. Trade still rejected. They are greedy over here in Dallas on hard difficulty. It is actually hard, believe it or not. Blue Jackets no second round pick the year after 2 seconds, 2 firsts, and a third. That trade is still rejected. We're going to have to upgrade in a big way. We're talking 2 firsts, a second, a third, and yes, you guessed it, a third first round pick. 3 firsts, a second, and a third. Do we have a second this year? Let's make sure we're doing the same year every time. Yeah, so this year's second, 2 first, a second, 3 first, a second, and a third. Gotta make sure we're speaking properly here. 3, Jesus! Woo! Okay, Robertson. Okay. You're expensive. I thought this was going to go through easily. They weren't lying about the hard thing. 3 first and 2 seconds for Robertson, and that trade is still rejected. This is nuts. Hard is actually impossible. Now that we're looking at it, if we can't get Jake Robertson for 5 first-round draft picks, we're walking away. I'm gonna let you know right now, we are walking away. 5 first-round draft picks for Jake Robertson. Don't even play on hard. Okay, so 5 first-round draft picks not gonna get the job done. Now I will say, mind you, we do know that it's hard to pry some players away from teams if they're not willing to wheel and deal. It is hard to trade players away if it's players they aren't interested in and situations like that. But for the most part, that's gonna balance across everything. Now, if you play on medium difficulty and send that exact same trade offer, they're still not gonna want to really do it. You're gonna have to pry them away, but it should, technically speaking, cost a lot less. So we go to the medium trade difficulty. We'll go back to the Dallas Stars. I'm not sure where to start because I thought 5 first-round draft picks was a lot. And that's interesting. His trade value it looked like it went up. I don't know why I thought that looked like it went up. Maybe it didn't. Anyway, Robertson, it looked like your trade value went up, dude. What if he doesn't want to stay with you guys? Sorry, Dallas. I just bringing it up. Still not going to take it. 2 thirds and a second. And again, we're getting close to saying, let's just upgrade to another first round draft pick. Send it. They're not going to take that 2 seconds, 2 first, and a third. Go ahead and send him a third first round draft pick just to see what the difference is here. So 2 firsts, a third, and a second. Robertson is not going out the door. We'll drop this second to another first. Piddle paddling around. That was the word I was looking for earlier. Piddle paddling. 4 first and a third for Jacob Robertson, and they will not take it. Can we get Jacob Robertson for 4 first round draft picks though on the medium difficulty? The answer is absolutely not. Can we get him for 5 first round draft picks? We're gonna have to lower the player that we are trying to trade for. That's for certain. I'm not sure how many times I'm going to ask, but Dallas is not willing to deal away you're posing here. Try making up your offer, and maybe we'll change our mind. We did just give you 5 first round draft picks just for funsies. We will put it on easy. We will send him 3 first round draft picks just to see. Totally unwilling. Completely same story here. Robertson not on the block. Dallas not willing to wheel and deal wild in the second. And we'll add on 1 more second, see if that goes through. If it does not, we'll go up to the first round draft picks and see if we can make some sort of trade happen. I am kind of surprised because I know last year they updated the trading mechanism a little bit and you could actually make trades. This year, even if it was players that didn't want traded, to be clear, does not seem possible. Jake Robertson will not be going out the door for literally anything in this video game. We'll give him 5 first round draft picks. And EA still rejects it. But this is good. This is good. So clearly, the trade difficulty, not a big difference maker when it comes to trading for bigger tier, higher tier players. I remember in the past, it did seem like it was a little bit easier. It could have just been a trade mechanism completely in general, but it did feel like it was a little easier in the past. But let's go ahead and turn this baby back down to easy. And let's just try to trade for somebody a little bit lower tier like Mintikov. Mintikov on easy difficulty. We're going to go with the draft picks again. We will send them, better send them a second, just in case to make sure. We'll send them a second first. I'm imagining this is going absolutely nowhere. It is not. And I want to, ideally, I'm hoping we can give them a first. And then we can work our way down from that. Yeah, they're going to reject that. So let's try the first. And that's going to have some trade value for Mintikov straight up. Are you guys willing to take that? They are not, but they are close, it looks like. Let's go with the Blue Jackets 7th. And trade accepted. Perfect. All right, so first and a 7th on rookie difficulty in order to pick up Mintikov. Now we will change this bad boy to... this is going to be awkward. This is the screen. This is the screen. Now, we've only done this like 8 times now. We'll change this bad boy out of medium. And we will once again trade for Mintikov. Is that how you say the name? Is it Mintikov? 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 Let me look at it. We're just saying words right now. Anyway, here's your first. I wanted to click the 7th. I wanted to click on the Ducks, but we were just kind of casually pretending this didn't just happen. We hit the wrong button. Mintikov. Let me look at it. Let me look at it real quickly. Mintikov. Let me think. How do you say his name? How do you say it? Yakupov? Yaka. Why am I thinking Yakupov? Mintikov. That's got to be it, right? That's got to be it. Mintikov. First and a 7th. Again, this trade should go through if the trade system just doesn't matter this year. It will not. Perfect. So that means there is a difference from easy to medium. We're on medium now. We'll throw on a 6th round draft pick. How big is the difference from a 6th to a 7th? It is rejected. All right, let's try a 5th round draft pick, Columbus Blue Jacket style. And trade accepted. Okay, so from hard to medium, we're seeing instead of needing a 7th, you need a 5th. So a little bit more trade value. And if you're wondering how the computer feels about fair trades, if you send that trade exactly back, they reject it. Because we've been trying to send it back so we don't have to completely exit out of the franchise mode. Typically, we're having to add on, if we do the exact same trade, we have to add on like a 7th or a 6th. I think we just added on a 6th and a 5th for this last one. So typically it does, they have higher value to get the players away from them, which, you know, it's going to happen when you're the one trying to acquire teams players. Nonetheless, we're on hard difficulty now. Good old Minty coming on down to the Columbus Blue Jackets once again. So we'll go, that's where we're on scale. I don't need to start that conversation. We're going to go first, 5th, just once again to prove there's a difference between the hard to the medium, and they will reject it. Let's try a first for a 4th. Columbus Blue Jacket style, they will reject it. First and a 3rd, pretty big jump up we're getting to now at a 3rd round pick, and they still aren't taking it. All right, so remember on easy, if you want a Mintikov, 1st and a 7th. On hard trade difficulty, it's going to take at least a 1st and a 2nd. And that's going to get the deal done. A 1st and a 2nd. So a pretty big difference. A 2nd to a 7th add-on from easy to hard. So there's definitely a difference. Again, a little bit more difficult when you're trying to acquire the big name players in general. Sometimes that's hard to trade, but if you're just trying to make a trade with a team player that wouldn't move, pretty big difference, 2nd to 7th. So hopefully this video is something you all found helpful. If it was, I'd appreciate you liking and subscribing. You never have to. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next time.